Kane's charm, Lauren's mission, Mariah versus Daniel. Spoilers for the week of September 15th, 2025, have been released for The Young and the Restless. It is anticipated by fans that Mariah Copeland and Daniel Jr. will meet in secret. Lily Winters is charmed by Kane Ashby. In addition, Lauren Baldwin makes an effort to win over Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. The wedding dress of Christine Blair. First, let's talk about Lauren, who has been assigned the responsibility of assisting Christine in finding the ideal wedding gown. Lauren intends to show Christine 3 gowns rather than just one. In order to ensure that the outfit is the one for Christine, she will go to great lengths. Daniel Jr. versus Mariah Copeland. Regarding Mariah, she gives Daniel a call and requests a private meeting. Tessa Porter shouldn't be aware of this, according to the redhead. Despite his confusion, Daniel consents to meet the redhead. Until she can get her wife back, will Mariah persuade Daniel to stop seeing Tessa? Mariah may demand that she must first complete her therapy. Mariah might, of course, ask him to simply watch out for Tessa. But what happens if Tessa has already moved on romantically with Daniel and Mariah returns? The charm of Kane Ashby. According to spoilers for the week of September 15th on The Young and the Restless, Kane will approach Amanda Sinclair about being closer to Lily. The tycoon wants to know if he and Lily still have a shot. Kane later succeeds in winning back his ex-wife. Returning to Amanda, she will clash with Devin Winters. Amanda will also be in town more now that Kane is returning to Genoa City. But the meeting doesn't go as planned. Week of September 15th, 2025. Additionally, fans will witness Devin press Lily for a fresh start. But with Kane in town and still pining after her, how can she manage to achieve that? A truce between Phyllis Summers and Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, is agreed to. Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, finds herself in yet another challenging situation thanks to Adam Newman. Sally Spectra, meantime, is not going to bow to Billy Abbott. Billy is likely to experience a significant setback by Friday. Additionally, Victoria Newman is asked for assistance by Jack Abbott, played by Peter Bergman. In the week of September 15th, 2025, which narrative are you most excited to see? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. To find out what happens next, keep watching the soap opera on CBS or Paramount+. Lily charmed, Mariah's confrontation, and Lauren's mission. Spoilers for the week of September 15th, 2025, have been released for The Young and the Restless. Lauren Baldwin's fans may anticipate her being on a mission. Cameron Grimes' character, Mariah Copeland, confronts Daniel Jr. Furthermore, Crystal Khalil's character Lily Winters is enchanted. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. The mission of Lauren Baldwin. Lauren will be on a quest, so let's start with her. The goal of the fashion designer is to make Christine Blair's wedding a reality. The fashion designer offered to show Lauren 3 dresses after Christine was able to tell her what she wanted. Given that the wedding is quickly approaching, that is a rather high bar to meet. Mariah Copeland's intercourse. She will meet with Daniel in secret over with Mariah. The redhead observed Tessa Porter and Daniel growing closer. When Daniel arrives, he affirms that he kept Tessa in the dark about who he was meeting. The man may not understand Mariah's want to speak with him in private. She will most likely request that Daniel refrain from approaching Tessa until she finishes therapy, though. I don't think Daniel will agree unless Mariah tells him what she did. Given that sentiments have already formed, Daniel might find himself in a moral bind after discovering what Mariah done that was so horrible. Lily Winters was enchanted. According to spoilers for the week of September 15th on The Young and the Restless, Amanda Sinclair is given a new assignment by Kane Ashby. To see if he has a chance, the tycoon asks the lawyer to become friends with Lily. Kane wins Lily over later in the week. It appears that Amanda may provide Kane with information that he can use to defrost Lily. However, this does not imply that she has forgiven him just because her wrath subsides. Week of September 15th, 2025. Devin Winters will also be seen by fans encouraging Lily to start over. Michael Baldwin and Phyllis Summers declare a ceasefire. Chelsea Lawson is put in a challenging situation by Adam Newman. Sally Spectra and Billy Abbott, meanwhile, maintain their position. Billy experiences a significant setback by the conclusion of the week. Jack Abbott asks Victoria Newman for assistance. In the week of September 15th, 2025, which narrative are you most excited to see? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. To find out what happens next, keep watching the soap opera on CBS or Paramount+. As Kane works the angles, Michael and Lauren are in trouble. According to previews on The Young and the Restless, Michael Baldwin heeded his wife's passionate counsel. He was kicking his addiction to Victor Newman, Eric Braeden. Then, in a matter of weeks, one of the finest lawyers in the history of this illustrious city made the decision to go back. After Kane Ashby approached him, Michael not only went to Victor, but also consented to work as a secret spy. Both visually and mentally, viewers perceive the restored Kane as being calculated. He's wealthy, too. A reasonable suspicion of his intentions is raised by both of these elements. Was Kane's offer, however, a part of a larger scheme? Complete domination is Kane Ashby's objective. Kane is providing various characters with disparate bits of knowledge. For others, he is simply lying. When Flynn is speaking to Lily Winters, the recast character he is playing is being genuine. Only when discussing reconciliation and making peace with their children does his attitude change to that of Lily and Lily. With the exception of Amanda Sinclair, Kane is generally dishonest or straight lying when he speaks with other people. In light of this, viewers should have a suspicion that Kane has foreseen Michael's claim that he is finished with Victor and would use that as part of his larger scheme to seize every legacy business in Genoa City, Wisconsin. Lauren's concern was correct. Lauren is aware of Victor's lack of concern for Michael. A lapdog that follows his instructions is all the head of Newman Enterprise wants. The final straw was the recent kidnapping of Michael. At that point in the story, Lauren made the decision that he had to separate from Victor. However, that wasn't until much later. Victor found significance in Michael's choice to stay with the Newman family at the most recent iteration of the ranch house. However, after Victor was compelled to turn Jordan Howard over to the police by Michael and Cole Howard, J. Eddie Peck, that was only viewed as a ticket out of jail. The character played by LeBlanc thinks he can control Lauren's reaction when he returns to work for Victor. That is a poor decision that might result in divorce or separation. Kane Ashby is motivated and intelligent. Kane's return to YNR has been interesting, even though it is acknowledged that this character has undergone significant change. The first and most enduring incarnation of Daniel Goddard was a schemer who actually staged his death. The casting of a new actor can be explained by the significant character change. Adopting Goddard's edition, which is what Flynn's is doing, would have been challenging. There are boundaries to the suspension of disbelief. Victor needs Michael's repeated loyalty oath because he is afraid of Kane's purported artificial intelligence weapon. We'll soon find out if Kane's plan takes into account Michael's alleged dishonesty and a marital split. One of the best places to find anything related to The Young and the Restless is this website. For YNR news and spoilers, return often. When Mariah shares her secret, it's deadly. This is your summary of Wednesday, September 9th, 2025's episode of The Young and the Restless. The Young and the Restless events. On The Young and the Restless, Nick, Joshua Morrow, attempted to contact Phyllis, Michelle Stafford, Image, CBS. Daniel played a guitar to accompany Tessa while she sang in the park. They discussed music, and Daniel proposed that Tessa attend his father Danny's wedding to cricket as a guest. Daniel slammed the brakes on and stated he was kidding when Tessa suggested it would be their gift to Danny and Christine. Lucy might not enjoy Daniel's music as much as he enjoys hers, Tessa pointed out. Daniel's song may become a professional hit, according to Tessa. She ought to be aware, because she has authored some poor ones. He challenged her to demonstrate it. This song is too good to keep to myself, she said. Daniel inquired as to whether she produced digital or vinyl recordings. Tessa was thanked by Daniel for her assistance. He remarked, "I feel like I owe you so much." Daniel should give himself credit, Tessa advised. She claimed that after Danny hears his music, he would be pleased. According to Daniel, it was our song. He claimed that she made it as lovely as she is. Mariah stood in the background as Tessa complimented Daniel for describing her as beautiful. Mariah was questioned whether she was alright by Tessa. Daniel was urged to spend some alone time with Mariah by Tessa. Daniel bid Mariah go and thanked Tessa. Mariah observed a positive relationship between Tessa and Daniel. Tessa informed Mariah that she appeared worn out. Mariah claimed that her thoughts had been wandering to sinister places. "I need to step up," Mariah said. Mariah was asked what that meant by Tessa. According to Mariah, her therapist recommended a Boston clinic. According to Tessa, Aria can feel that she isn't giving Mariah her whole focus while they are together. "They can't keep anything from her," Tessa remarked. Perhaps Tessa was correct, Mariah said. Perhaps Aria shouldn't perceive her in this manner. "That's not what she meant," Tessa said. Mariah claimed that she was a complete wreck and that she had no idea how long she would be gone. Mariah's therapist was criticized by Tessa for recommending that she flee. Mariah expressed her apologies for everything. Mariah was asked to trust Tessa. Tessa began to walk away. "I attempted to murder a man," Mariah admitted. At Crimson Lights, Kyle told Claire again that he loved her. Claire mentioned that because of her Aunt Jordan, Kyle might not understand how difficult it is to trust people. She claimed to have put a lot of effort into her therapy to overcome that. Claire was upset that Kyle had struck a covert agreement with her grandfather, Victor, and that he had delayed confessing to kissing Audra in Nice. Victor was against their relationship, Kyle reminded Claire. He brought up the fact that Claire is in love with the man who despises him. According to him, Victor and Kyle are only alike in their affection for Claire. Claire acknowledged that Kyle put a lot of effort into his speech and present at Nikki's birthday celebration. Kyle disclosed that in order to get to Victor, he promised to leave Genoa City and give him $5 million if he ever caused her any harm. Claire expressed her admiration for Kyle, but she was curious about how he came up with that figure. She was curious about Victor's reaction. According to Kyle, he agreed. According to Kyle's theory, when he made Victor an offer, he contacted Audra and they worked out a deal. Kyle assured Claire that he would do everything for her. According to Claire, Kyle refrained from kissing her since doing so would have broken his agreement with Victor and cost him $5 million. Kyle claimed that the deal was not on his mind. Kyle declared, "I don't care about the money." He didn't wish to bring her down. Victor was impressed by Kyle's silence, according to Claire. Claire claimed to have informed him that he hadn't kissed Audra. Kyle questioned whether Victor performed the "I told you so" dance. He was surprisingly supportive of Kyle, according to Claire. Unfortunately, Claire claimed that neither man had told her anything. In her mind, Claire knows why Kyle did what he did. Claire was concerned that there had been more than a kiss. She was curious as to why Kyle had lied. He claimed not to know. According to Claire, Kyle's honesty drew her in. It is unclear to Claire whether the trust can be restored. Kyle claimed that he could tell Claire didn't trust him by the look in her eyes. He was curious about what he could do to correct it. According to Claire, she had no response. All she needed was time. Claire bemoaned, "I wish I could let this go, but I can't." Kyle expressed his satisfaction that Claire was aware of the reality. "I need time and space," she added. Claire was unable to disclose the amount. Claire stated that Audra would be attending the Abbott Communications launch party, thus, she would not be attending. Kyle was encouraged to attend the party by Claire. Audra would turn it into a cat fight, he claimed. Claire laughed when he made the sound of a cat. "Perhaps they may cross paths in a better place later on," she remarked. Nick gazed at Chancellor Park's stunning vista. Phyllis showed up and stood by him. "It wasn't exactly the view from Kane's chateau," she said. According to Nick, he liked this one more. Nick expressed his desire to have Phyllis all to himself. That's what she said if she fell, and no one was present to see it. According to Nick, such a joke would be inappropriate so soon after France. Nick was informed by Phyllis that he didn't have to save her from herself. "I knew Kane was trouble," she said. Nick stated that he wished to prevent Phyllis from going to jail. Nick inquired about Phyllis's involvement in Kane's artificial intelligence, AI, education. According to Phyllis, she hadn't broken any laws. Nick said, "Phyllis, you're many things, and innocent isn't one of them." Nick questioned Phyllis about whether her exceptional computer skills were the reason Kane hired her. She denied that she was on trial. She turned to go. According to Nick, she was hired by Kane to assist in taking over Genoa City's legacy enterprises. If he was mistaken, he wanted to know. Nick was accused by Phyllis of protecting his father. "This is where I'm establishing boundaries," Phyllis stated. Nick retorted, "Well, that would be a first." Nick told Phyllis, "He is taking you in the wrong direction." He urged her to carefully consider what she would do next. Phyllis was asked by Nick if she trusted him. She claimed to have done so. According to Nick, Kane has advanced software that allows them to penetrate other companies and cause financial instability, forcing them to sell off. Phyllis laughed and said, "You've been watching too many sci-fi movies." She reassured Nick that she had never witnessed him laughing or wearing a lengthy lab coat. According to Nick, anyone caught doing this faces at least 10 years in prison. "I have no knowledge of this," Phyllis declared. Before she left, Phyllis asked Nick to purchase her a hot supper the next time he wanted to grill her. Phyllis was still coping with what Martin Laurent had done to her, according to Nick. Phyllis maintained she hasn't hacked anything and denied committing any crimes. She refused to put herself in a situation where she would have to leave her children. Nick expressed relief that he believed her, but he was curious as to what Kane had ordered her to do. Any youngster who lived in their parents' basement could hack into computers, according to Phyllis, who was outraged. How far along was Kane's strategy? Nick inquired. "We must stop Kane," Nick demanded. Phyllis sat down and promised to tell Nick everything. She asserted that Kane hasn't entered anyone's company and seemed to have carried out his goal. Nick doubted that Kane cared more about his children than his wealth. Kane is punishing himself for his lies, according to Phyllis. He is not carrying out his plan. "Perhaps Kane is just acting," Nick remarked. According to Phyllis, she can relate to Kane's degree of suffering. According to Phyllis, she desired acknowledgement and appreciation for her abilities. She only desired that, but not at the expense of her independence or her bonds with Daniel and Summer. "Thanks for interrupting," Phyllis said to her former partner. Nick looked back to the scenery, wondering if Kane had ever been. Phyllis advised him to examine everyone he wished to manage. Phyllis was questioned if she ever did it by Nick. "Perhaps," she said. According to Phyllis, she sees home when she looks down. She enjoys observing the stunning hawks. Leaning in, Nick requested a favor. Before he revealed what it was, she said, "Okay." It didn't matter, according to Phyllis. To save Genoa City, Nick turned to Phyllis for assistance. He wished to tell him what Kane had told her. Phyllis assured Nick that she would keep him informed. He left after giving her a kiss. Then Phyllis wrote, "You son of a bitch," in a message left on someone's phone. "What were you putting me into and why didn't you tell me?" On weekdays, watch brand new episodes of The Young and the Restless on Paramount Plus and CBS.